What is the craziest thing parents have said in defense of their children? 1. I was watching the news. Apparently, some guy named Brock Turner had sexually assaulted an unconscious woman. The jury found him guilty, and he was sentenced to 6 months in jail. He sexually assaulted his victim, and had no remorse. Then, his defense attorney tore her up on the stand, painting her in a terrible light, victimizing her again. Then when found guilty, the judge gave a light sentence. Then, his father, Dan Turner, attempted to defend his son by appealing to the judge, asking for him not to be punished at all. It was too steep a price to pay for 20 minutes of action. That is the craziest thing a parent has ever said in defense of their child, classifying his assault as 20 minutes of action. 2. A friend of mine has 2 boys, both the same age as my girls. Both boys have behavioral issues, and my friend and her husband, both teachers, have some interesting views on child rearing. Because of their behavior, I tried to keep our socializing kids free, but she kept asking to meet up with the kids and I finally relented. Our younger kids were about 4. Her son was being really aggressive with my daughter, and my friend wasn't doing anything about it. I was just doing my best to keep him away from her, but at one point my daughter climbed up onto the couch where her son was seated. He said to her, "Get off or I'll kick you." I made a move towards my daughter to get her out of harm's way, but it was too late. He just drop-kicked her right off the couch. My friend's reaction? She looked at him and said, "Well done, kiddo. You warned her first." 3. I once watched a mother beat and slap and insult a police officer and school security officials after they arrested her son for breaking into a car and stealing its stereo in the high school parking lot. Why was she going crazy? Because, she said, it was not her son's fault that he stole that stereo system. It was the fault of the kid who owned it. He shouldn't have had such a nice thing, because if he didn't have it, her son wouldn't have craved it, so therefore, it was the victim's fault for making her son desire it so much. That's probably both the craziest and the most pathetic thing I've ever seen a parent say in defense of their kid's behavior. 4. It was all in good fun. He's done this plenty of times and no one's gotten hurt before. That doesn't sound too bad, right? Well, it was said by the mother of an 18-year-old man who had killed the son of the woman she was speaking to. The first woman, Anna, was talking to Karen, the mother of Stevie. Stevie was a boy in his early teens who had attended a party at Anna's house, hosted by her son Bob. Bob likes guns and he had quite a few of them. That night he decided to show off one of his automatic handguns by playfully pointing it at the younger boy Stevie. Bob said he didn't know the gun was loaded. He shot Stevie in the chest, in front of all the partygoers. When the ambulance showed up, the boy was already dead. The mothers, Anna and Karen, knew each other well, and Anna showed up to the funeral. Karen got understandably upset when she saw her, and began to ask why she had allowed her son Bob to play with guns. Anna thought it was Karen's fault for allowing her son to attend a party where most kids were a little older, and finally said the above phrase to the mother of the victim.